Hi guys, I'm Tyler and you're watching the TJS Bass channel. Today I'm giving you an overview of the Squier Classic Vibe 60s jazz bass. This video is in collaboration with Langley Guitar Centre. They are based here in the UK, and if you want to buy this bass, you can. I will post a link to it in the description. If you're watching this from the future and the bass is sold, they are big Fender and Squier dealers, so if you want to get this very spec of bass, get in contact with them and they'll be able to get you it in. If not, they'll have loads of stock online and loads of stock in store, so check them out, and if you're local, drop by and say hello. So this is the Squier Classic Vibe 60s jazz bass. Along with a lot of current Fenders, this is another option within the vintage realm. So Fender are now offering the Classic Vibes. They are offering the Vintera range, which is one of these jazz basses right here, and they also offer the original 60s. And those are three different price points, but they all are built to the kind of same idea, which is a vintage style instrument like they used to build back in the early days of Fender. So on this bass, there are a couple of unique features that aren't available on the upper models. The first of those is the body material. The bodywood is poplar. A lot of cheaper basses use basswood, but this uses poplar, and to be honest, I had to check the spec online because I thought it was older. The fretboard is made of Indian laurel, which is again a wood that I haven't come across nor played, but I quite like. Once you give it a little bit of a feed, it loses this kind of greyish tinge and goes a little bit darker, so get some lemon oil on the bass as soon as you can if you buy one of these. And the grain on it is very similar to Pal Ferro, to be honest. It's not like a rosewood, which has quite open pores. It's quite smooth, which is nice. It's an enjoyable experience. It's not a wood that I dislike at all. And it's something new that I hadn't tried, and it's quite cool. The neck is maple. The finish on this is Daphne blue, which I think looks absolutely gorgeous, and is a vintage colour scheme, along with the tortoiseshell scratch plate. I love a tortoiseshell scratch plate, so that's a great addition for me. The hardware is vintage style, so vintage style tuners. Got a vintage style bridge, which is I think exactly the same as I have on my custom shop precision bass, so good value for money there if you're getting the Squier. And it has two Fender Alnico pickups in it. The tone controls are volume, tone, just like you'd expect on any jazz bass you come across. The bass itself is crafted in Indonesia, and I know that Fender's got a lot of stuff being built in China and Indonesia, and to be honest, I think the build quality is really good for the price points especially. I think the neck pocket isn't too bad, it's fairly tight. It's not as tight as some of the more boutique basses I've played, but you wouldn't notice it at all. And the finish is really good. The finish is really nice. The way the hardware is put together and screwed down is absolutely spot on. The only things I would say is that maybe the pickups might need a slight adjustment, but for a quick setup on a bass that's costing you under £400, I'd say it's really good. I want you to let me know in the comments below what your experience has been with any of the Squier jazz basses, and I also want you to let me know what your favourite colour of the Classic Vibe 60s is. I personally really like this Daphne blue. So I'm just going to run you through the tone controls and the volume controls very quickly. So the bass full open sounds like this. Then I'll take the front pickup back and we'll just play the bridge pickup only for that kind of Jacko style. And then the front pickup on its own. Both pickups together with the tone rolled off. Back pickup on its own with the tone rolled off. And then the front pickup on its own with the tone rolled off. So that was just a quick overview of the Classic Vibe 60s jazz bass. One thing to note about the neck profile that I didn't mention before is that it's quite a slim C shape. So on a lot of vintage basses you get much thicker neck shapes, but this one's remained quite a slim taper, and I think that's probably beneficial if you're a younger player or someone who enjoys a thinner neck. You're going to enjoy this bass a little bit more than those people who are maybe after a very specifically vintage instrument. The demo was recorded through a Fender Rumble 800 head and a Bareface 110 cab, so all the sound that you heard when I was playing was through that rig. If this video has been helpful to you, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. If you want to see more Fender and Squier content, there's going to be loads more coming in collaboration with the Guitar Centre Langley. Do check out that link. If you want to buy this bass or any other Squier or Fender, head over to their website, and if you're local, pop by and say hello. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you around soon.